Trevor, you're our first question.
Hey, Chase, I know before the season, you and the corners and the whole secondary just set high expectations for yourself. And going back in the film, it really seemed like you guys were locked down and really engaged on Saturday. How would you just evaluate your performance for yourself and the secondary as a whole?
Um, as a secondary for the whole, I think that we did a really good job. We didn't finish out the game the way we wanted to, so I'm not too happy about it. But at the end of the day, I feel like like you said, we was locking things down. Took away Amon Raw and Tyler Vaughns. As at the ones, they didn't really get to do much outside of the ball. I mean, on the outside outside the hashes. So I feel like we were good. We were comfortable. Like I said, I just think we need to finish.
Zach.
Hey, Chase, appreciate your time this morning. Coach Herm said the same exact thing about the wideouts, where you guys did a great job containing Amon Ross, St. Brown on the outside, and the other guys. What about Drake London on the inside? What did the secondary need to do to contain him better next time?
It was real. Honestly, it was just hitting down the middle. Like some of the plays that he got was in zone. Right down the middle of the field, and he was getting a lot of. I mean, we went through the film. Slovis was 40 or 55 on of the day, and we counted. 30 of those were checkdowns. There was he didn't really get to throw the ball, like I said, 10, 15 yards down the field, and I got to give it to London, man. Or 15. He was a good ball player. He every time he got the ball in his hands, whether it was a screen or down the middle of the pipe, he answered the ball. And I got to clear this up. 12 Keywan, Markham. That last play was a great thrown ball. It was a great catch, and we wish that we could get there, but we couldn't. So that's the end of it.
Jacob.
Chase, what do you guys do to move on from something like that? How do you kind of, get past it and then look forward to the next week? What are some of the things that you guys do as a team, and maybe you specifically as a leader, to help some of the younger players just get past what happened at USC?
I don't think there's a set thing that a guy like me or one of the captains or whatever could say. That hurt loss, man. That loss hurt. You feel me? But at the end of the day, we still got a season to continue and finish. And I just tell the guys all the time, like, man, it is what it is, bro. You got a lot more time here to beat them. You feel me? So just keep doing what you're doing, and just go on to the next game, next play. So I'm really, really happy with the way that we responded. Today. I know like a couple of cats, they're younger. This first Pac-12 game, losing. Especially against USC, they're kind of down on themselves and kind of mad at the situation. But like I said, our leaders, and Marv, I think he's doing a fantastic job trying to get us, that out of our heads and just focus on the next game.
Joey.
So you're already having to come off of that loss, prepare for a game this week is tough enough. Knowing the circumstances around Cal and them not having played because of COVID, how has that impacted, your guys' preparations and mentalities ahead of Saturday?
I don't think it's changed our mentality or our preparation, but it's just hard. Like, me personally, I don't think it's fair. You feel me? Because me being in my position and stuff like that, I got to know, watch a lot of film and see a lot of things that are going on the field. And I don't think it's fair, me personally, us playing the game against USC and them supposed to play a game and not playing because, of the protocols or them not being disciplined enough, and staying within their bubble and them not having film. Me personally, I don't like that. And I feel like, as a secondary or as a defense, there's not a lot of things that we can see. And they hired a new offensive coordinator this year. So we're going watching NFL films and, doing a whole bunch of things that I think, is bad. But at the end of the day, we just got to sit down and play ball and can't say too much about it.
A couple more questions. Jacob.
Chase, just based on what their new offensive coordinator did when he was in the NFL, he looks like he's going to try and spread you guys out across the width of the field. How do you, as a defensive back, defend against an offense like what you might see against Cal?
Well, you kind of just answered your own question, man. Like, we don't know what we're going to see. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. The NFL films that they, that we're watching, that I'm trying to see on him is 2, 3 years old. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I couldn't tell you if they're gonna run the ball. I couldn't tell you if they're gonna be out spread out. I don't know. But all I do know is, man, whoever I'm lined up against, whoever we're lined up against, you know, we're gonna punch them in the mouth and get the job done.
Jeff.
When you look on the flip side of this, with them not having played and you guys haven't gotten a game in to get, you know, just get going for the season, plus being at home, do you see that as an advantage for you?
I wouldn't say it's an advantage, but I would definitely sit here and say that, you know, I think that our guys are ready, and you know, that loss kind of gave everybody a bad taste in their mouth, and I don't think nobody else wants to feel that again. And but that's kind of why, you know, the leaders on this defense, the leaders on the team, we gotta really buckle down, man. We gotta get our troops ready for a game, man. It's gonna be a game. Cal's a good team. They're a very physical team, and you know, they got some good coaches out there too. So, like I said, man, we got to be prepared for everything, whatever they throw at us, whether if they're running the ball, throwing the ball, we got to be prepared. So I'm gonna make sure that our guys in the back end and you know, the front seven are all prepared to get the job done.
Last question, Zach.
Chase, you said the USC game left a bad taste in your mouth, so I'll stop talking about that one with you guys. On the other side, Chandler was named number 1 overall in 6A today and open unanimously. A little different. How do you want to be remembered at Chandler, where there really aren't there are no players, not a lot of coaches left from your time? How do you hope that the Chandler football program in the high school remembers Chase Lucas?
Man, that's a great question. I've been telling everybody the same thing, man. Chandler history runs deep, you know, from Adam Archuleta to, you know, to the last guy that's been drafted, which was Nikhil, or Dustin Woodard, you know, they went to the Patriots from Memphis. I just, man, the only way I want to be remembered, man, I just want to know, like, well, I can be remembered was the first starting running back to beat Hamilton. That's a big one. But I don't really care about, you know, them remembering me on the football field. You know, I just want them to know, like, that I was just the best teammate that, you know, that they had. I was always loving to everybody in you know, in the facility and outside the facility. I just want them to know me as to just remember me as a thorough guy. You know, I don't really care if people have that argument, oh, he was the best running back in Chandler history, whatever, you know, that's opinions. I just want, you know, straight facts from everybody, you know, saying that, you know, I was a good person to everybody, treated everybody equally. And, you know, on Friday nights, I just got the job done. So that's how I want to be. I hope that I'm remembered in the 480 by.